Cynics on Disney podcast contains adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
This is the Cynics on Disney podcast, presented by nightclub33.com.
Welcome into this week's episode of the Cynics on Disney podcast. I'm your host, Bobby, aka the Disney Cynic.
And I'm Amanda, aka the Anti-Cynic.
And today we are revisiting an attraction that, to date, it's my favorite review that we've ever done. But unfortunately, the circumstances of that review warranted another attempt. And as, if you may have been listening to last week's episode where, I kind of described the perfect day of April 20th. Well, I got into the spirit of the high holiday, if you will. And we need to revisit this attraction under that premise. Just that alone.
Okay.
And I'm going to rely on you to do some heavy lifting here. So, of course, we are talking about The Seas with Nemo and Friends. So, as I said, I was in a spirited mood when we chose to ride this attraction. Really, it's I don't even think I mentioned it on the previous episode to have incorporated into my quote unquote perfect day. But at the same time, I'm going to tell the story of when I was a Ute, if you will, back in the day. A Ute, yes. The year, of course, was 2003, and Finding Nemo came out. Man, it was a fucking bonkers movie. And I know that because I was working in a movie theater.
Yeah.
I was the kid that walked around in a tuxedo shirt, not a tuxedo t-shirt, a tuxedo shirt, and a maroon vest with my name tag on it to go pick up all the popcorn. And guess what? All you little Gen Z, Gen Alpha bastards that were just like, this big or some shit. Nah, I'm pissed at you still. All these years later. But anyway, that movie lasted in theaters for approximately 6 months. And the reason why it lasted that long in movie theaters was because of people imbibing. And the most popular showing of that particular movie was, in fact, 4:00, because after 20 minutes of previews, it sunk right in. So, I guess I have that back history to look to make me go, huh? Yeah, I can associate Finding Nemo with that,
Okay.
and that's partially why this ride was chosen. The other reason is because the other ones that I wanted to ride all had like hour-long wait times,
Or, in the case of Test Track, was temporarily closed for some reason.
Yeah, I still don't. I mean, we were trying to knock that shit out before it closes, but
We were.
I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get to or not. Damn. We'll try. We'll try. I mean, like, I can't go to Epcot every fucking weekend, so. Anywho, yeah.
I mean, we can, but
yes, we can. Just because we can do a thing doesn't mean that we should.
I'm just saying.
Have we not learned anything from Jurassic Park? Have we learned nothing from Jeff Goldblum?
Apparently, people have not. No.
Well, that's people. I'm talking about you. Me. Wonderful response. Thanks for that verbal feedback. Anyway. So, being impatient and wanting to be inside of air conditioning, we hopped on the clamshell attraction, and the last time that we did this review, the damn thing broke down.
Yes.
So, Amanda, this is usually when I would turn it over to history for you, but because I also want people to enjoy this wondrous experience, could you please let people know what episode they should refer back to get all the information on The Seas with Nemo and Friends, and
Yep.
this hilarious review.
If you want to hear our review about the breakdown, our first attempt to ride this ride,
Literally, it broke down. It like they sent us away.
we had to get out of line. It was not coming back up anytime soon. You can go back and listen. The episode title is The Seas with Breakdowns and No Friends. And that was episode number 17, which
Holy
dropped
shit.
May 17th, 2021. So it's
We're
one
like
of our
near
one of our
100.
first.
Yeah, damn, that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. So it's taken
Oh.
us almost 3 years to get back.
I got it. Yay. All right, Amanda. Instead of like just grabbing control of the steering wheel here and hogging the microphone like I usually do, I want you to explain to people both what happened on the attraction, because I barely remember, and what my reactions were to said things. Could you do that for us?
Sure. Okay, so we walk
Let's
in.
start with a cue. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
start there.
Yeah. First of all, we went this past Saturday, and it was
April 20th.
April 20th, and it was in the afternoon. We got there around 3 to Epcot.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
So it was pretty hot outside. So we were fine with standing in an air conditioned queue, because that's what the queue is.
Yep.
Now, they said it was a 15-minute wait. It felt longer than 15 minutes for some reason.
Yeah, because I know the reason. It's because they have a
Okay.
fast pass for this fucking thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. And they had to keep letting lightning lane people.
Yeah.
Um,
Top 2 dumbest fast passes of all time. Number 1 is still by far and away Living with the Land. That is still by far the dumbest of all of the lightning lanes. Forgive me, lightning.
Right. No,
But
everybody knows what you mean though.
This has got to be number 2.
Yep. It's dumb. So we it felt more like 20-25 minutes that we were in line. I don't know exactly how long we were in line, but it felt like it was a good 20-25 minutes.
And in my condition, it felt even longer.
The queue is pretty dark for the most part. Like it's supposed to be like you're at the beach, like going under, like you're slowly going under the water kind of thing. You got weirded out by the couple in front of us. I do remember that.
Okay, yeah, I remember this now. I'm glad that you can spark some memories. So the couple in front of us did not appear to be a couple to me. They appeared to be father and daughter. It was the strangest thing that I've ever seen. It was someone who was clearly like a Boy Scout leader at some point. Like I'm talking like, troop leader or whatever. The adult, the dad, the one, that guy was walking what I thought was a 12-year-old around. But no, it was just a really, really skinny older woman. And it freaked me the fuck out.
And I think she was shorter than me too. Like that's another thing that.
Yeah, it's not like
she was tiny.
It's not like I was looking at an Amazonian woman, like Wonder Woman or some shit like that. No.
This girl was tiny.
Toothpick.
And like because again, they were right in front of us. So like if I'm looking at the back of her head, yeah, I think I thought she was like a teenager, a young teenager. But then like when I saw her face, I was like, oh, okay, no, she's not. But
and
yeah,
look, the lighting in there is not great for
it's not great.
Like
it's
do
dark.
not try to recognize people in there. But also like the way that they actually have the lights is such that you feel underwater with it. And again, throwing in my condition once again. That was
yeah.
Wild.
The lights that brought back some memories of Christmas for you.
Yes, it did.
Because we had the same experience, same kind of lights at Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
So it did feel like it was supposed to feel like you're going under the water. We get up to we're about to load, and of course they have to stop our line and let lightning lane people go in.
I will say the queue at Finding Nemo, it's not awful.
No.
And I mean that from an actual thematic standpoint. I've railed on shit like this for a while, right? But
Mhm.
there is a clear transition going from outside hot in the sun to a like basically a sunset at the beach, which is
Right.
where
No,
that first waiting
that's
room is, and then you
mhm.
go underwater. So
Right. No, the transition, the theming of the queue is done very well, in my
yeah,
opinion, as well.
as much as I hate that they had to take away the living seas, like if they had to do it, okay, they
Yeah.
didn't do the worst
They
job
did right.
with
With
it.
the queue, they did not do the worst job. We get up there. I did notice that the ride stopped momentarily. And I panicked thinking that we were gonna have a repeat of our first attempt. But then it kept going. Finally it was our turn to actually get on said ride.
Yes,
And I got on. I was a little worried about you.
were
But you
you?
made it on. You made it into the clamshell. It's an omni mover ride, so
The moving
I was a
walkway
little
got
worried.
me a little trippy, but
Yeah, the moving walkway. I was a little worried about you there, but you made it.
I did.
We
By the way, guys, I'm getting distracted here. Apparently, the Atlanta Falcons first round pick is in, and this is relevant to later in the show. So
oh
please
god.
continue.
Okay. So we get on and we ride. Um, it if you've never been on the ride, in theory, the concept is cool. Like you're finding Nemo in this case. Like Nemo he's hiding from everyone. And it's the overlay of the animated characters from Finding Nemo are overlaid like the actual aquarium. So you can see the like real fish in addition to the cartoon fish, if that makes sense.
See, usually yes, I thought,
This
but
time no.
right, right.
Usually that's how it's supposed to be. This time for some reason I didn't see a lot of actual like real fish. I did see a diver. Did you see the diver in
I
there?
did see the diver. Yes,
Um and by diver I mean it was one of the cast members who was cleaning stuff in the tank. It wasn't like someone who was diving for fun. No.
no,
This person was doing their job.
yep.
Um I think what really got you was when we got to the part with Crush. I think that part tripped you out the most.
Oh, I don't know. So, couple of spots got me. Yes, Crush was definitely one of them. Um, the other one that got me was the jellyfish.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did freak out.
So I don't know if you guys know this or not, and I'm like face palming like ashamedly at this point, but I might as well just admit my shame. I I am terrified of the ocean. I have watched too many documentaries like Blue Planet or Shark Week or even just Deadliest Catch. I'm fucking terrified of everything that's in water. Like down here in Florida in particular, nothing good is in like natural bodies of water. So like
Nope,
here
not at
we
all.
are, like just fucking, inside a body of water or whatever, down under the sea. That's the whole point of this ride and everything like that. And now you're confronting me with a bunch of blobs of essentially goo that are brainless, organless, but can fucking kill you.
So I do want to. I want to add to what you've said. Um, yes, you are terrified of the ocean, but I think jellyfish freak you out like the most.
They're
Like
basically aliens.
you, you don't even like you can't handle the Apple TV screensaver that has jellyfish on it.
No, it's gross. No.
Like, so we get to that part. That comes first. That comes before Crush's part. Um, and you got freaked out there. And then, did you get freaked out with the fish that has like the glowing thing on its head?
The anglerfish,
Yeah, that fish.
that demon of a like God just used leftover parts that day when he made the anglerfish.
Did you get freaked out with the anglerfish?
No, because it was the cartoony version, and
Yeah.
so oh my fucking god.
Let me interrupt this.
Steve's gonna love this. God damn it. You gotta be fucking all right. With the 8th pick in the NFL draft of 2024, the Atlanta Falcons select Michael Penix Jr. from Washington. And yes, I'm mispronouncing it on purpose because it sounds like penis. Yes, I find it funny. I don't fucking care. Why am I being. I hate this so much.
Anyway, in other news that has not Falcons related. Moving on. Let's talk about the scene of this ride with Crush. Because this was trippy even for me.
Yeah, and you didn't consume it.
And I was not partaking in the high holiday.
No.
Like, this part of the ride is trippy.
Yeah.
It's like you're in the, what is it? Oh, what's that called? The current thing that they're in?
What, the tube?
No, what's the actual, like, current? Like, that's
Oh,
a
the
real
Gulf Stream?
current. Yeah. Is that the Gulf Stream?
No, it's the Gulf Stream in the Atlantic. It's over in the Pacific. I don't know.
Oh, now I'm Googling it.
I don't know those oceans.
Oh.
I sound like an old sailor, don't I?
You do.
Well, the way that
you
I
do
cuss
sound like an old.
A well-read sailor? Yeah.
Oh, the East Australian Current. Really? That's what it's called? Really?
I'm so glad that we went through all that trouble. I got to clean out my email inbox while you were doing that. That was great shit.
East Australian Current. The EAC is what they referred to it as in the ride.
Oh, okay.
Not that I couldn't hear things on that ride.
Neither could I.
Like, there was dialogue, there's things being said, there's a song being sung. I didn't hear most of it.
So this is a common occurrence for me on like all the dark rides that aren't brand new. Like the Little Mermaid one that we did with your cousin and her kids and everything. I could hear fine there, and I can hear
It's the
fine
older
like
ones.
like it's almost like a couple of wires have fallen out, but the college program, the excuse me, the entire cast membership, because it's all comprised of the college program. They don't know how to install speaker wire, for Christ's sake, because they're not old enough.
I don't know what was going on with the sound. I don't know if, but it did sound like it, like somehow the volume had gotten like turned down, or like you said, maybe a speaker wire was loose or something, but I couldn't hear a lot of the dialogue. So I'm pretty sure they said ESC now that I think about it, but I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Well, it was, yeah, you're moving along and you're right up against the screen and everything, and yeah, it does feel a little trippy. I'm not gonna lie. It gives you like a little bit of a sensory motion effect.
Yeah.
And I look, it's been. I think I rode this once, like in 2009 or something.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've ridden it.
Like I don't remember this part of the attraction.
I do. I remember that part. Because it's Crush, and I adore Crush. I mean, honestly, Crush is like the best part of that movie. But
I mean, I don't know. There was a couple of okay parts to that movie. Maybe it's just because I like the people who voice the fish in the tank.
yeah, that they are
Allison Janney, fucking fantastic. CJ Craig, are you kidding? Great.
Yes.
Great kid. And then Willem Dafoe, whose name sounds like some sort of noise that a frog would make.
Is it Willem? It's not William?
No, it's definitely Willem.
That's weird. Okay.
So is he. He's something of a weirdo himself.
Yeah. Okay then. Weird name for a weird guy. Cool. But yeah, and then like I feel like that's pretty much like the end of the ride is after the EAC part. I don't remember much after that.
I mean, that's when they first started showing signs of actual fish.
There was a couple like before because I saw the diver before we got to that part. I think.
No,
It was
no.
after. Are you sure?
Yeah, it was definitely after.
But yeah, like there was not a lot of.
I realize that I
fish.
shouldn't be the one who's like so damn sure about this.
It's been a long week, okay. Well, yeah, I guess you're right. That is like when they started showing like the actual. You could see into the tank.
Yeah.
After that.
And so here's, I guess, my problem with like cartoons and stuff like that. Is when you're blending the cartoons with the live action fish, the cartoon fish are inevitably more colorful.
Right.
Unless you're shining some UV lights on them or something, or I don't know, doing
Yeah.
something to best frame the colors of the fish. They all kind of look like
Those look
nothing.
really. Yeah, the tank, the aquarium, the tanks looks dark.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I know you gotta have like a little bit of low light so you can see the cartoon fish, but I don't know. Like, it seemed like more than normal.
See, I thought it was more along the lines of they were trying to do like a day night cycle thing within the aquarium.
I don't know. I don't know. Now, again, we did see the cast member in the tank like cleaning stuff, so maybe like we just caught them on a day where that particular part of the tank is being cleaned, and so there were really no fish to see.
Yeah.
That's entirely possible, but yeah, there was not a lot of like actual, and honestly, like when the ride first opened, that was like the cool thing that that they had like really played up about the ride is that not only are you seeing the fish from Finding Nemo, but it's being overlaid the actual aquarium, so you can also see the real fish behind that. And yeah, didn't see that this time.
Well, I let's try to give this a proper rating.
Okay.
Then shall we? Um, on a scale of 1 to 5 C's, how many thes are you giving this attraction?
I think I'm gonna go with 2.
2. What could they do to make it better?
Everything. Get rid of the lightning lane.
Okay. Yeah,
This ride does not need it. Idea. Okay. Also, those of you that are paying for a lightning lane for this ride, what in the world? What in the world are you thinking?
They bought Genie Plus only to get Remy's or something like that, and then they said, "Fuck it, we'll just use this thing."
Jesus Christ, this is not a ride you need to waste your money on.
No, neither is the land.
No, neither one of those. The fact that I couldn't hear anything on the ride, none of the dialogue. They need to do what Spaceship Earth does. Spaceship Earth has the speakers in each seat, so you can hear it.
Yeah,
like
I
right
guess,
there, in
but
your ear.
You have to understand that for someone who is 6'5" and rather broad-shouldered,
okay, but
that covers up the speaker for me, so I can't hear shit on that ride.
But in the clamshell, the way the clamshell's built, they could put the speakers up higher and you could hear them. Do that, because I couldn't hear anything.
Something.
Fix your speakers. Fix your speakers. Okay? Fix your speakers, Disney. Yeah, and I want to see more fish. Come on. The whole like draw the ride. But the queue is done. It's a very well done queue, and it's air conditioned. So
okay, fair enough. I'm gonna give it a 3.
What?
I am.
What?
Yeah, it's absolutely the state of mind. I enjoyed it. I did. I had a jump scare or two. I got
Ah.
to feel all wobbly and stuff. It was great.
The look on your face when the jellyfish was pretty good.
I mean, fucking terrifying. Demon blobs. Anyway, so I feel like if you really like the movie, or if you are really super into fish and aquariums and all that kind of stuff, you're gonna love this attraction. I
Yeah.
also think that if you're gonna take a melatonin gummy, shall we say, then yes, this is also the attraction for you, because you can sit down, and that's
Yeah.
good. However, I've also been to this pavilion and this theme park, God knows how many times, completely sober, and I've had zero inclination to go on that attraction unless I was in that state. So
Yeah.
I I can't in good conscience recommend it necessarily. So I can't give it a 5, but like no, that day it was a 5, on the whole. Maybe avoid it. I
Okay.
don't know. Is that fair?
Okay. That's fair. That's
Okay.
fair.
All right. Amanda,
Yes.
this is when we do the news usually in the podcast, and usually it's me who's vigorously going over the 3 news sources that I trust most to find stories about the theme parks so that we can bring them to the table.
You mean when we want to talk about credible things?
Right. Not just credible, real things.
Real things
Yeah,
too.
it's
Oh, but
important.
I found a headline this week.
Yeah. So instead of me talking about the headline of the week, shall we say, Amanda, this is a you heavy show. Take it from here.
Okay. Should I
Just read the
say
headline. Just read the headline.
just the headline? Just that, don't say the
Start
source,
there.
just the headline?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God. Well, wait. He's gonna bleep us out if we do the source.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
that's
Just the
let's
headline.
just say that it's inside somewhere.
There you go. The headline, and this is what I saw and immediately went, yes, I have to click on this because what? The headline: Child tossed off of Big Thunder Mountain roller coaster.
Stop. Can you repeat that one more time for me, please?
Child tossed off of Big Thunder Mountain roller coaster.
Y'all, I subscribe to Apple News. I'm actually paying the extra money to read the news. I
I read
get a
Google News
news.
almost on a daily basis.
I get news alerts on my
Yeah,
phone.
same, same.
And I would think that given all the vitriol surrounding Disney from multiple sides of a fight here with the company and everything, I would think that a child and a mother being thrown out
No,
of.
but the headline just says child. The headline says nothing
Oh,
about the mother.
excuse me. I'm getting ahead of myself.
You are
I would
getting.
think that a child being thrown from a fucking roller coaster would send out like a nationwide alert.
Yep.
That's what I would think anyway.
Worldwide. I think because it's Disney, this would have been like world news.
Yeah, absolutely. So please delve into that article from Thimachik.
So of course I had to click on this because I was like, wait, what? And
You got
having
baited.
written, I
You
was
got
baited.
Yeah.
So bad. This is one of the worst.
This particular source, I would say, is a master baiter when it comes to the clicks.
But this, I know that they're really good at clickbait, but this was one of their worst ones. Like,
Yeah,
I can't believe they did it this way.
So,
So
please read the story.
This happened at Disneyland. Okay, so this is a Disneyland story. And for the record, this is not like anything that's old. This was posted like this week. So of course they have to give, history on Big Thunder because
Yeah.
that's what we got to do.
That's what this particular publication does.
So after you scroll through, because that's what I'm just like, get to the story part. Then you find out that someone had thrown an old photo of a woman and young child onto the rocks of Big Thunder Mountain with nothing written on it. just a picture of like a woman and a kid, and it looks like it's from like the 90s. It's
I'm,
like,
s- I'm
yeah.
sorry. I just want to clarify real quick.
Mhm.
It was a photo,
It was a
not an
photograph.
actual child
No, it was a photo of a child and a woman.
and a woman, purportedly probably mother, right? I mean,
Probably, but we don't know that for sure. But yeah, we're gonna. They do include
But
the a
hold on.
photo,
So it was a physical photo,
physical photo
okay, that was laying
on the rock
out somewhere on the rocks.
of Big Thunder Mountain. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why are we reading about fucking Disney's garbage?
And why are we making it seem like a child was like physically tossed off of this ride? Like I don't understand why this had to be. And like they saw this on like Reddit, I think, because that's where their sources from. And like I don't even know why the person put it on Reddit, but their little subject line wasn't anywhere near as bad. They were just like, "Oh, I saw this on Big Thunder."
So Reddit is the worst place in the world. Like if it was a physical location, like it would be like just awful. It would be like California. Yeah.
Yeah, they were just like, saw this while in line for Big Thunder. Like that's what the Reddit thing said. Um,
So wait a second. I just want to clarify here again. The piece of garbage that was being reported on as news wasn't actually picked up by a cast member. So if this photo could still be there on the rocks right this second. Is
yeah.
that what I'm hearing?
So basically, what the speculation is that either one or both of the people in that photograph have died. And you know how people like to spread ashes on like Haunted Mansion? Well, this person was like just whoever owned that photo, that was their little tribute to their deceased. That's the speculation.
No,
Nobody knows. Nobody knows why it's there. Okay, somebody threw a photo.
but no, it makes even less sense. Like how you're not even reporting on, you're reporting that there's trash. Like
Right
I'm more pissed that,
now,
custodians haven't been down there to clean shit up. I'm more upset
now
about that. None. Why is this the headline?
I am. I decided to read
Circle
the
back.
comments. I decided to read the.
Can you circle back
Okay,
real quick and
we can circle back. Yes.
reread the headline, please?
Child tossed off of Big Thunder Mountain roller coaster.
The fuck are we doing, y'all?
First of all, this was seen from the queue. This photograph. So no, it was not thrown off of the ride. It was in the queue. First of all. Second, it was a picture.
Why do I now have Nickelback in my fucking head? Look at his photograph.
Don't worry, that's exactly what I thought when I saw it the first time.
So I guess what we've concluded here, based off of just this entire ordeal, and yes, it's an ordeal at this point.
Okay.
Between headline, 17 paragraphs of nonsense that has nothing to do with the headline or the story. 2 paragraphs about literal trash.
The comments on this article, though,
That makes them the Nickelback of Disney content.
the comments on this article are all pretty much in agreement with us on this. Like, why on earth? Like, one person said, "You are a POS. How dare you write something so fabricated to imply the death of a child? God will judge you.
Not just God. Everybody here too. Okay, we're all fucking judging. This
A
is
lot of
ridiculous.
people. Somebody said, "Wasn't the mother tossed as well?" Like it was. This site is an untruthful bunch of BS.
Listen, I want to go ahead and tell you that my primary source of news for Disney content is Mousetrap News. I also, there's a couple of other really good sites out there that actually have real articles. There's a
Yeah.
couple of others that are trying, that use the word breaking too much, perhaps,
Mhm.
whenever they tweet something out.
Mhm.
And then there's others that steal notclub33.com shit. Like God knows, you know. And that's pretty fucking low, right?
Yeah.
Plagiarists,
Yeah.
so that's pretty low. But
This though,
this is sunk below the people who are stealing from us.
like to imply that a kid was physically thrown off of a coaster and potentially severely injured or killed.
I gotta
Just
think the coyote animatronics on that attraction would have perked up, though.
oh my god. Do you remember that time that I came in there and threw something at you on camera? I can
Well,
do that again.
no, it's not, because we don't have a third person.
We don't have Pat here. No, like this, it angered me so much, especially like after reading it, and you're talking about a photograph. Like, what in the world? And it wasn't even like tossed off the ride. What I bet happened is somebody was in the queue because it's right there at the queue. In the queue, and they just like tossed it on the rocks.
Yeah,
Or
perfectly
reached over and placed it on the rocks.
it is certainly not newsworthy.
No!
Certainly not attention worthy. It is certainly not what they purported it to be, and ultimately, this is why. But this is a life lesson. Check who you are reading, and
Right.
stop going to those pieces of shit.
Unfortunately, some of the most popular Disney news sites are not the most trustworthy
They're
at
just
all.
blogs about, you know,
Right.
stuff you
They're
eat.
not news sites. Check your source. And I'm sorry, if every article, if I have to read, if half the article is you giving me backstory on the attraction, then
How much do you
and
think is
that's
written by
every article.
ChatGPT?
Oh, now a lot.
Like, you gotta think it's like all, but like it's basically just like one guy in his boxers, like in a basement somewhere, like clicking refresh or
I
something.
mean, this one was just absolutely like I've seen some trash headlines,
That's pretty bad.
but this was absolutely horrible.
No,
Um
it's that's really bad.
and like
And
I'm kind of going through like some of their other like headlines from this week, and it's yeah, I haven't clicked on the articles, but some of these headlines are just like this one. This one has to do with us here in Florida.
okay,
Okay. Um Violent hurricane season begins sooner. Disney World guests debriefed ahead of explosive summer.
okay, what?
There was a disturbance in like the Atlantic, but it was nothing. And when I checked today, like that disturbance isn't there anymore.
Oh,
So I got on the National Hurricane, Center's website today to check, and they weren't saying anything about it anymore. So no, the violent hurricane. First of all, stop saying it's a violent hurricane season. Every year we get told that we're gonna have all these hurricanes, and we get maybe one. And on, maybe,
Now,
especially here in Central Florida,
there are plenty of other places whose hearts we go out to who do get direct hits by these hurricanes.
Right.
So,
but
we're
here
not
in Central
minimizing
Florida, we are not. No, and I apologize for it coming off.
No. I just wanted to clarify and make sure that that nobody else thought. Let's be real. It's me. I minimize everything. So, I'm just making sure that they knew.
No, but here in Central Florida, we don't get direct hit that often. There are occasional. Hurricane Ian a couple of years ago is an example of us getting a direct hit, but that doesn't happen often. But hurricane season doesn't start till June 1st. Please, please, please stop saying things like the violent hurricane season begins sooner. No, it doesn't. It's not beginning sooner. Like that one angered me. Yeah, they've got, like, if you just scroll through some of these sites and read just the headlines, it's like just, oh my god. There's another one on here. Entitled Boomer climbs into restricted area, ruins Disneyland for everyone else.
This really does sound like Mousetrap.
It does, but it's not.
Which, by the way, shout out to those guys. They just do great work.
What gets me is that Mousetrap says that they're a satire website, and the amount of people that believe the atrociousness, like just the absurdity that comes out of there.
Y'all, the Instagram comments are the best. I swear.
But it's because you have sites like this who are trying to come off as reputable sources, posting very, very similar headlines for clickbait. That is why people take what Mousetrap does and get so angry at it and thinks that it's real.
I mean, also, people are gullible, so that makes me laugh. But
right. But these other types of sites that are doing this don't help. Like, stop. A kid was not thrown off of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Nobody died on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. It was a photograph.
Yeah, go be Chad Kroger. Is it Kroger?
Is it? I don't know. I don't know.
Where do you buy groceries? Publix.
We don't have Kroger's down here, so.
Yeah. Although they apparently deliver. Oh.
The delivery service is here, not the actual store.
I don't blame them. Anyway, all right. So, Amanda, you heard my reaction to the Falcons drafting
I did.
The quarterback from Washington, Michael Penix Jr. Yeah. Not thrilled with it. Not thrilled with it. And here's the thing about the NFL draft. You guys, everybody has their own opinion. And everybody thinks that they have like the perfect draft, right? That's why we all do fantasy sports and everything like that.
Right.
Amanda, you love the Disney theme parks about as much as I love football and gambling. So you tell me, do you want to do a theme park land draft right here, right now?
Oh, God. Unprepared? Okay.
Unprepared.
This isn't fair. The actual draft goes in somewhat prepared. I like to think.
Tell that to the Detroit Lions for the last 50 years. And the Cowboys the last 30.
I mean,
that was just for Steve. So here's how I'm seeing it. Okay. We have to draft a park icon.
Okay.
You have to draft 5 lands. Okay, so they can be Galaxy's Edge, it can be Tomorrowland, it can be Asia, whatever.
I'm listening. So you said an icon, one icon.
Yes.
Get a pin that works. and a dog that won't nudge the hand that I write with. So 1 icon,
Yes.
5 lands.
hmm
Okay. Anything else?
Yes. 1 nighttime show
Oh. 1 nighttime show. I haven't seen any nighttime shows recently.
and 1 resort.
Oh.
Now, you do not have to pick all those things in said order.
Okay.
So because I came up with the idea and I've had 30 seconds longer to think about it than you have, how's about you get the first pick, and that would mean that you, milady, are on the clock.
Okay. My icon is Spaceship Earth.
All right, so Spaceship Earth is off the board. I think Mel Kiper Jr. had that one pretty high up there, but I don't think that he had it as the top icon on the board. But that's okay. Not,
It is my top.
I mean, if Mel Kiper Jr. Was any good at this, he would be a fucking GM, right? I
Right,
mean,
right.
just saying.
Right.
Yeah, he's just got one hell of a set of hairs right up there. I mean, Jesus, that's the best helmet hair of all time, right? I mean, it's got to be up there.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, I think that's an okay pick. Obviously, I don't think that that's the one that I would go with. Personally.
Okay, good, because you can't have it now.
Yeah, and it's a good thing too. You know why? Because I am drafting Tower of Terror.
I knew you were
as
going to
my
go for that
party-
one. That
as my
doesn't
party
shock me.
I
That
thought
doesn't-
about doing a castle because it is iconic. Don't get me wrong, but
Mhm.
I love the idea of the park icon being an actual attraction, so that kind of eliminates Magic Kingdom. I like the
Mhm.
idea of it being a good attraction, so that eliminates stuff to be a bug.
Sure.
And ultimately, I'm going to have way more fun on Tower of Terror than I ever will on Spaceship Earth.
Right, but Epcot Ball does its own show and has pretty lights.
Are you telling me that the lights don't look pretty at night when you're strolling down Sunset Boulevard?
Right, but they don't do a show.
No, they just creep you the fuck out. But also, it's well illuminated for what it is. And
And
actually,
I
they do, hold
actually
up, I take that back. They do have a show. They do have a show during Christmas.
Oh yeah, during Christmas. But I also actually posted on Instagram this past Sunday for the
Mhm.
on the Cynics on Disney Instagram
Yeah,
account
that wasn't me.
this past
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
And it was for Spaceship Earth Sunday, and it was a picture I took of the Epcot ball on Saturday night because it was just beautiful and pretty, all lit up in the different colors. So yeah.
Fair enough. Well,
All right.
I'm still sticking with Tower of Terror. Amanda, your next pick, please.
Okay, can I ask a clarifying question?
Sure.
With the nighttime show, does it have to be an existing show?
If you want to try to pull someone out of retirement, I think you're constructing a bad team.
Okay, so keep it current. Gotcha.
I would say yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go with Happily Ever After.
Happily Ever After. Okay. That is not a terrible pick. I happen to have a little bit of a disagreement there, but I'm not going to draft my nighttime show just yet. Still got plenty of time. I instead am going to go ahead and take Star Wars Galaxy's Edge off the board. Think that is a great receiver of a lot of people. They can, when it is operating at full capacity, it can really be a people eater of a place between all the different shops, all the different restaurant options. Well, two
Sure.
or whatever,
Sure.
and to big time rides.
Sure.
that I'm throwing into my team here. I gotta think that that's we got some speed, is what I'm saying with this
Okay.
pick.
Okay. I am now going to. Huh. I am going to take a resort off the table,
Okay,
and the resort that I'm going to take away is Coronado.
Coronado.
I am drafting Coronado.
That is a bold choice with all the resorts on the table. Now look,
But
I love
it is a moderate, so you get moderate prices, but it is the nicest. Like, I would argue that it's nicer than some of the deluxes.
at Grand Destino Tower specifically. You are correct. But also, this is why I feel like it's a foolhardy thing to do. Um, it- all the deluxe resorts get the extra magic hours.
Yeah,
There's
okay, but here's the thing.
benefits
No, no,
to
no, no, no.
staying.
The extra magic hour, they get hour, first of all.
Okay.
It's in the morning,
No, it's
and
deluxe resorts get it afterwards, an hour
most
afterwards.
of them are in the morning. And by the time you make it through, like, the gate, your hour's up and the general public's coming in. Like, I don't, because it's not
Eh,
the
hold
same
up.
perk.
Everybody gets Magic Kingdom or something like a half an hour early. So like All Stars to the Contemporary and everything in between.
So it's not a perk anymore.
No, but staying after hours and only for deluxe resort guests. That's why I could not select something like that. I think it's a foolhardy pick, but that's just me.
I'm
I
also not necessarily picking it for just that reason. I'm picking it
okay.
because the resort vibe as a whole.
No, it's a good vibe. I don't blame you. Since you have selected the resort, I'll save that one for later as well. And I am going to take Asia off the board from Animal Kingdom. Again, two heavy hitter attractions. When it comes to some thrills, we've got Expedition Everest and we have Kali River Rapids.
Took
We
my
also
land.
have Tigers, for God's sake. I mean, that's a pretty solid lineup there that I got going.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All
I'm
right,
building this team from the edges, and
I see that. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. This is why I don't play fantasy football.
yeah, I would have picked Resort last. I mean, that's
This is why I don't do this. Okay,
like
so I guess
picking
it's my turn. I gotta get rid of
you
my
did the
lands.
you did the equivalent of drafting a kicker, like
I
in
mean,
like the
whatever.
second round.
Whatever. Okay. I am gonna go, but that's the thing is, I also didn't know we were doing this, so I haven't had time to prepare anything.
Sure, that's why this
Um,
makes it. I haven't either, by the way. I did
you had
not
longer
come
than I
in here
did.
thinking 30 seconds. I'm telling you. Anyway, please,
Anyway,
time
okay.
waster. We're running out of show.
All right. So I am going to choose for my first land. I am going to do Africa. You get Kilimanjaro, so you get all the African animals. Um, you've got Tusker House, which is a really good restaurant. Nomad Lounge, which I adore as a lounge. Um, you know, pretty cool, lively area. So I think that's a solid pick for a land.
All right. Feel like I need to get a little bit more kid friendly with my next pick. And I realized that that sounded weird coming out of my mouth. Um, but I think because of that, I'm going to go ahead and take Fantasyland off the board. I am going to take all of the 97 attractions and restaurants and everything else that's back there. That would include, but not be limited to, things like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, again, a little bit more of a thriller, but also classics like the Carousel that just goes, it's a horsey that goes up and down. Plus, it has the attraction that I personally had a hand in with Mickey's Philhar Magic, and who could forget that it has the longest wait time to shortest ride time for the slowest ride ever ratio, and that would be Peter Pan's Flight.
That it makes no sense to me. Absolutely none.
I'm just saying it's very
Absolutely.
diverse. It's got a wide variety of skills that I can use on my team.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to take Tomorrowland.
Not a bad pick at all.
Because you've got Space Mountain, you've got Tron, get the People Mover for those that need a calmer experience. If you want to laugh, you've got Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor.
Or you can listen to the show in line. That's
true. You could also do that. You've got Carousel of Progress if you need a nap.
Yep.
You've also got Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. And, you can go over and see Sunny Eclipse.
Sunny Eclipse. You are getting nowhere near my fantasy team draft. If Sunny Eclipse is on your highlights list here.
He's there.
Obviously, I also had Tomorrowland on my big board, and I'm disappointed that it is.
Well, you've taken two of mine, so.
Well, I mean, this is. I just know how to draft.
Time I paid you back.
That's okay. You know what? At this point, I'm gonna go with Toy Story Land.
Whoa! You hate Toy Story Land.
I do, but I'm trying to build the perfect team. Just because I hate using a slot receiver doesn't mean that I don't need one to win.
Cool.
But I'm just saying, toys. All the wide variety of attractions. One for kiddos, one for everybody, and one for, I guess, kids again, but like with the coaster.
Sure.
Plus, I did need to pepper in some characters for a change. Figured I'd do that. So
sure.
Amanda?
I'm gonna take Dino Land.
Talk about a short lifespan in that kind of a player, since we already know that it's going to be closed in favor of
an even worse land.
Yeah, the central. Are they doing? Is it Central or Tropical Americas?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I think it's.
I'm gonna take it while it's good. Okay.
Fine.
I mean, also got a little bit of everything. You've got the little kid, the little carnival area. You've got Dinosaur, which is an awesome attraction. You've got the playground for the kids. Also, Restaurantosaurus, pretty good restaurant.
You also have like a deconstructed roller coaster with construction walls. I'm just
half of Epcot was construction walls up until like 2 months ago.
See how well that turned out, right? Still lots of construction walls at Epcot.
All right, take your final land.
My final land is the one that is going to hurt you the most because you didn't think of it.
If I swear to God, if you take what think you're about to take, because this is gonna be my next pick.
I am taking some culture.
You fucking suck.
I am taking World Showcase. The entirety of it.
Hate you. That was my next
Pavilion.
Pick. Oh, I fucking hate you so much for this. My next pick. It was my next pick too.
Good luck.
Now you gotta make me rethink everything. I gotta go learn the lands over at Epcot now.
World discovery, world creation,
Okay, like I
world
know the names.
whatever.
I know the names, but I need to know what's in what land because I don't remember. Oh, this lovely map that's color coded. I like you. Okay. I am going to take world discovery.
Okay, I don't refresh our memory.
That's the
What's
one.
in there?
That's the one with Cosmic Rewind, Test Track, Mission Space, all of that.
Okay, you are making up a little bit of ground here with that pick. That is an excellent pick because there is a pretty good variety of thrills in there. So that is an impressive addition
Thank
as
you.
well.
Thank you.
However, I will say it does have one major hole in that pick, and that would be the one that was supposed to be the Wonders of Life Pavilion.
Yeah,
Since you can still
that's
see it.
currently nothing right now.
Yeah, exactly. So there, if I had to pick a hole, if I had to nitpick it, I'm just saying.
Okay.
All right. Nighttime show. I'm gonna go Phantasmic.
I knew you were gonna pick that one.
And I said it last week that I haven't seen it in a good long while, and I keep hearing that the Disneyland version is better than the Disney World version. Whatever. I get to sit down. I get to have a whole fucking amphitheater for me to sit down.
True.
That's amazing compared to the fireworks on Main Street. Yeah, it's great to see and stuff, but do you really like being packed in there? I mean, I get claustrophobic like that. So nah, I appreciate. I get a little space and everything. Fantastic. It's fantastic.
Did you say it's fantastic?
Yes.
All right. So my final land that I am going to take, as soon as I make sure I'm getting the right one. I gotta pull up a map just to be sure I'm getting the right one.
For God's sake.
Yes, I am. Okay. I am taking Sunset Boulevard.
Okay. So you've somehow co-opted my park icon, but that's fine.
Not only did I co-op your park icon, I co-opted your nighttime show.
Yeah, you did. That's pretty clever on your part. Must have some of that patriot way in you, I guess.
How dare you? How dare you?
I mean, look at you just trying to steal my shit.
How dare you? How dare you?
Would that not describe the Patriots? I'm just saying.
Anyway. So you taking World Showcase knowing full well that I wanted that?
That is entirely different, and you know it.
Okay. So yeah. I'll take Sunset Boulevard. Thank you.
Okay. That's perfectly fine. Resort, it really is kind of a coin flip between Beach Club and Animal Kingdom Lodge. I'm gonna go with Beach Club. It's tried and true. I love the pool. Love Hurricane Hannah's. Love the proximity to Epcot. Love that there's the Skyliner to take you to other places. Love that there's a boat that takes you to MGM, or I suppose you could hoof it if you were that guy.
I've made that walk.
Yeah, it's not a great walk. I gotta go with Beach Club as my one.
Pretty good resort.
Yeah.
Pretty good resort. It is pretty good resort. The pool is exceptional. I will give it that.
Fair enough. And you're not going to can't criticize any of my picks, can you?
I mean, Toy Story Land, meh. I think you could have done better there.
It's not my favorite, but it seems to be rather popular because every fucking time that we go to MGM or Hollywood Studios, God, I'm old. God, I'm old. We need to wrap.
Yeah, but I mean, if you did it solely because you needed characters, you had that in Fantasyland.
It's not just that, but it was trying to add attraction variety, I guess.
So
I like having all the thrills. Don't get me wrong.
Mm.
But all right. So, Amanda, we're on social media. You posted from Instagram, right?
I did.
Let
Look
us-
at me.
Let us know where we can be found on social media.
You can go see that nice new Spaceship Earth photo on Instagram, as well as the same handle is also used on Pinterest and Threads and TikTok. And I think that's it. And that handle is Cynics on Disney. You can see it. You can find us on Facebook, where that same Instagram picture also was posted. And that site formerly known as Twitter at Cynical Disney.
There you go. All right. And this here podcast, of course, is brought to you by NotClub33.com. Make sure that you are checking out NotClub33.com for all the latest and greatest updates, including but not limited to the Notcast, released most every Friday at 4 p.m. Magic Kingdom time. That is East Coast time for all of you California folk. We have one more favor to ask. We are now on YouTube, but we're still out there in the podcast world. So please like, subscribe, rate, review, do all that shit to get us moving in the algorithm a little bit more, because we want to be exposed to more listeners, but especially since I'm on video, you don't want me exposing myself in any other way. That's it till next time. Thank you so much again for joining us, and have yourselves a magical fucking day.